Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your fearless leader, Mikey der Panzernator, and we have new carrier gameplay. And, well, we're going to see some of that here in the Langley. And I was about to say, please, game, please, please, please. Oh my god, wait, I don't even know if replays can handle the new gameplay. Oh no, please work, please work. Okay, well, we have 20 seconds. I really like the new carrier gameplay. It's exciting, it's fun, it's challenging. I feel like honestly I do more with this. Obviously, I feel like I can do more with this style of control than I could with like the RTS. Now, granted, I wasn't a great RTS-ish style player, but well, to get started, let's launch some attack craft. So basically, these are the fighter planes, but they have rockets or unguided missiles. A lot of people launch these first. I've found launching them first is good because they haul. You can they're good at attacking destroyers, and well, you can spot the enemy team, kind of see where they're deploying, which adds a whole new aspect to the game. I've noticed some people complain about it, like, oh, with the new carriers, like, yeah, destroyers are nerfed because now you get insta spotted, like, 30 seconds into the game, which, it's about 50 seconds into the game, and we're pretty much halfway across the map, and we'll be able to start seeing enemies here very shortly. In terms of matchmaking, very favorable. 4s and 3s, and of course we're a 4. For those of you who are unaware, the new carriers are only every other tier, so 4, 6, 8, and 10. So like previous tier 7 ships like the Langley. Oh no, it doesn't show the aiming apparatus. What is this BS? Well, there we go. I guess it's a little more cinematic. This is dumb. Ouija, fix your replays. Oh my god. You know what? We're gonna have fun anyway. But this doesn't help. This doesn't help me like teach you. All we get to do is just kind of watch. I mean, we might as well just watch the whole game like this, right? I mean, might as well. But you know what? This is some bull stuff. Anyways, so we finished up with the rocket planes. We did a little bit of damage. Look at the side. Even the damage numbers kind of off the screen a little bit. Like, this is all because Ouija doesn't like replays. I need to do these videos live, don't I? Well, I mean, but then the problem with doing these videos live is I'm in the recording. I can't play unless I'm recording because of FOMO. Like, I can't have a, God forbid I have a good game that I miss. And then I have to, talk every game, and whenever the games suck, I get mad and discouraged. The replays are the way to go. But I'm really disappointed that Ouija doesn't show us our aiming apparatus in the replay. Like, what the hell? But anyway, so yeah, the rocket planes I like to use to scout out and attack destroyers. Fortunately, they have one destroyer, so these are dive bombers. So our goal is to dodge the black clouds of death, like, better than that, because, well, like, move a little bit. Well, here I'm trying to go on an attack run, and so these are dive bombers. So what you do is whenever you're ready to go, some break off, and then they go, and if you could see the aiming apparatus, you would have been able to see something different. One splashed, but one did hit him. You can see one of our airplanes, the health bar went from green to yellow, meaning he took some damage. And let's try not to fly into those flat clouds. I decided, let's shift targets to the St. Louis because it's stuck and it doesn't have AA, or at least not nearly as good. And I mean, it does look cool without the aiming apparatus. It's just I can't tell what's going on. And so once you're done with your attack, your planes break off and fly back to the carrier. So like, if I were to press F right now, I'd go back to the carrier and these ships would just return. But we got a payload to deliver, and well, we will do that on this St. Louis. Man, I'm really okay. You see where that like 3, 2, 1 countdown thingy is? So that's like on the bottom of the aiming apparatus. As if I were trying to show off everything, this is purely incidental. I'm launching torpedo planes because, well, time to attack. The torpedo planes are a lot slower generally, and especially these low tiers, you have 3 planes and they only break off individually to attack, which honestly is kind of nice. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, sometimes you wish you could bring all that firepower to bear, but it's easier to learn. So, like, for example, right here, I'm like, okay, this destroyer is getting a little close. I'm going to just bail on the torpedo bombers, and I'm going to launch my fighters because that destroyer's low health. He's kind of breaking through, and I want to finish him off. So that's totally a tactical decision you can do. Also, if you want to bring your... if you need to go back to your carrier because you're getting attacked, you should see a replay coming soon from a Hosho game that was played before this, but recorded and uploaded after it because this was a better game. So yeah, I'm trying to dodge all of the flat clouds as best as I can, kind of zigzagging a little bit. Fortunately, I mean, they're far up enough ahead that you can kind of see what's going on, but unfortunately the Izyaslav is within the smoke screen. You can kind of tell where they are. So I've definitely had games, mainly in my Enterprise, which is a tier 8 premium, where I've seen like the shells coming out from someone smoke and shooting, or even their AA launching. Okay, so there he is, and I've like, you know, kind of blindly shot, you know, rockets into a smoke screen and gotten kills on destroyers. But here we go. What I like to do is, there we go, good kill, and that Freont is dead. Our team is a little bit down on the dumps though, so we are a few ships down. But yeah, you can definitely take things down. You can see the engine boost. You can take down destroyers from inside smoke screens, and it's actually easier to aim with these unguided rockets than it is with the shells because you can see like where they're gonna land. So basically, just picture the crosshair being somewhere up above the number or around the number. For destroyers, I usually like to get the crosshair like on the bow and shoot then, so that way it like flies into the rockets. And one of their guys like, leave me alone, enemy carriers, and then someone, there should not be 2 carriers in tier 3. Well, it's not tier 3, it's tier 4. You got called up to the big leagues, dude. Suck it up and deal with it. You know how you beat carriers? You break through their team and then you absolutely shellac them. So yeah, the torpedo bombers, the main disadvantage of the torpedo bombers is that they are in fact quite slow. But torpedoes can, I mean, they do the most damage. So how it's set up is the easier it is to hit, the less damage you do. So those unguided rockets, you can get a bunch of hits. I mean, look, I have 19 hits right now, but they're not going to do that much damage. Torpedoes, harder to get torpedo hits. Torpedoes do a bunch of damage, and flooding is great. Same thing with dive bombers. The Tech Tree Japanese ships, carriers, and the Enterprise have armor-piercing dive bombers. So what those are good with is, those are very good at, you know, you want to drop those at a certain angle. So there we go, torpedo away. I don't know if that one's gonna hit. Oh, it might hit, depends on how close he's to dodging. There we go, solid torpedo hit there. Try and dodge some AA, and you know, just like you did with the RTS style, you kind of want to attack perpendicular to the ship so you have the best chance of hitting them. I think I'm about to launch an attack coming up here, wherever I don't do things, and you kind of want to start your attack run a lot further away. And he's diving to get behind the island because there's like this little cone, and I've noticed it doesn't matter as much with just one. So yeah, look, there's flooding when you're just, you know, at these tier 4 carriers with the single launchers. So look, this plane's pretty shot up. I'm gonna go for an attack run, and yeah, I get shot out the sky. So not ideal, but I have 3 torpedo bombers ready to go. So with the Langley, you start out with 5 torpedo bombers, and there's a squadron of 3, so you can pretty much launch 2 squadrons back to back, because by the time you're done attacking with your first 3, at least one has regened or landed and rearmed. But you'll notice later in the game that I get stuck in kind of a situation where I want to launch torpedo bombers, but I don't have any to launch. Or maybe it's dive bombers, I'm not quite sure. You know, you want to make sure you launch your full attack squadron, and then have them break off one by one. But for now, I'm focusing on these 2 Kaisers. I believe they are a division, and that is correct. And yeah, our carrier, which I think I told he might want to move a few minutes ago. He's like, guys, I'm getting shot at, help me. You gotta be preemptive about these things, which honestly I should probably move now, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Wish I could see a little bit more. So look, I'm starting my attack run right whenever they first get it, and I'm slamming the gas. I want to go as fast as possible because that helps the aim, and that also helps me, you know, dodge AA, I think. So look, 0.1 seconds to go, dropping the torpedo. Don't try and wait that long. But look, this one's a little bit further back, but we still get the hit. So against these Kaisers, yeah, these torpedo bombers, we'll get them eventually. We will get them eventually, but it's just kind of difficult, especially with two of them right next to each other, and both of them, you know, bringing their anti-aircraft guns to bear. And I like to, man, he turned in and I dropped too late, so that torpedo didn't detonate. Just from my own experiences of playing, you know, traditional surface ships, I've had, so I'm going to switch to this Kaiser for this torpedo run, but I've had torpedo bombers drop on me, and if you turn into them, usually they'll be, you know, if they're trying to, like I do, try and launch at the last minute so you have less of a chance to dodge. Sometimes you can get to the torpedoes before they arm, or, you know, the trick happens. Okay, so I don't know what happened here, 0, but it kind of glitched out a little bit, and I have torpedoes to launch, so you can definitely trick the enemy carriers into dropping too late, and then the torpedoes will harmlessly indent themselves in your hull and just kind of bounce off and float away. But Phoenix, so the Phoenixes are hard to hit. Both, I mean, I've known, you know, we've known this forever since they were, you know, in the first batch of ships in closed beta. Phoenixes are fast, so you have to like aim way ahead of them, even dropping at the last second to hit them with the torpedo, because these ships haul. And one of the things that's tough to get used to with torpedoes is they take a while to drop. So like even that one, I mean, we were leading quite considerably, and that only hit them in the stern. So not ideal. We're gonna try and aim. See, notice some kind of shifting to the right, trying to lead him more and more. And what the hell just happened there? I think I launched one and then I pressed F, maybe? Yeah, I think I switched out for dive bombers. Why did I do that? I don't know. Maybe someone died. Maybe I just want to try out dive bombers. But that St. Louis is almost dead. He needs to die. I'm not going to go for him because someone's going to shoot him. And I'm taking it upon myself to defend the base. Why? Well, first of all, I don't want to lose. Second of all, I'm right here. Like, I am in the danger zone. And you know, if you noticed maybe a little bit earlier, you heard a consumable popping. The enemy sent some bombers after me and did get some hits, but my fighters did shoot down 7 of them. 2 of them. Okay, so they have new emblems. So this one is, I think, aircraft shoot down, and this one is your AA gun shoot down, which, quite frankly, for the AA guns on the Langley to shoot anything down is quite impressive. I thought they barely had anything more than a couple of smaller machine guns. So yeah, we're, you know, dropping on those guys, getting a few hits, but this is a lot of flak. I don't know if my bomber's gonna make it in. Stay on target. Stay on target. Boom. Set them on fire. So now we're gonna launch the torpedo bombers, and we're just frantically scrambling anything that's possible. So carriers, it's a very tricky balance, because if you're far away, it takes a long time for your squadrons to get there. But if you're right next to someone, like just panic sets in. I mean, right now, these guys could easily, if that island were not in the way, I would be dead. And I launched this very early, and this Phoenix, he kind of anticipated this, so I'm kind of trying to make sure I get a torpedo hit. I don't know if this one will hit him, and wow, I can't believe I hit him with that torpedo. I mean, he was nose on, and that was a lucky hit. So here we go. We're trying to get rid of this guy. We have a Phoenix with like no health that's trying to guard me. Patton was green hand. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know. But like that torpedo, absolute whiff. And Well, speaking of absolute whiffs, there goes my guy. So, Phoenix only has about 2,000 hit points left. I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to launch my rocket planes. This is bad. This is very bad. So, here we go. We're going to attack him as if he were a destroyer, launching towards the front. And, man, we got him down to 500. Will he tick tick? No, but our Phoenix does get him. He saved me big time. So the game's kind of developed similarly for both teams. Their battleships are rolling into their cap, and they have a carrier and a cruiser back there. Their battleships are into our cap, and it's me, a carrier, and one of their destroyers there. So that, you know, the rocket planes, I recommend using rocket planes only against destroyers and faster cruisers. Against battleships like that, it's not a whole lot. But right now I'm launching a bunch of rocket planes because nothing else is loaded. Like, the airplanes haven't recharged yet, or they've been shot down. It is, at first I was a little concerned about infinite stuff. So like right now I'm like, okay, I need better airplanes. I need to, you know, right now I'm like, okay, I should probably reverse a little bit so I could get the South Carolina, and I'm switching to dive bombers. This is not good. The South Carolina, if he gets around, will absolutely shellac me. Hopefully our Phoenix can do something. I mean, our only hope is the Phoenix torpedoes. I mean, that's kind of it. If we had AP bombers, I'd feel a little bit more confident. But, I mean, hey, we'll set them on fire and we'll do whatever we can. So, I am shifting my attention to the Kaiser. I don't know why. I guess because he's sitting still. I'm like, private bucket's going to be easier. So there we go. I will say, it is a little bit tricky. Confederate. It is very tricky to commentate these games without the aiming apparatus, but it also kind of hides some of my mistakes a little bit, so I kind of like that. I kind of like this. You know what? Maybe if it were toggleable. But our Phoenix did get a kill on them, and our Wyoming and their St. Louis traded blows against each other. So there we go with that. Still don't have 3 torpedo planes left. I'm going to kind of reverse course yet again, and probably the play is to, relaunch the dive bombers. So right now I'm just scrambling whatever planes I have, focusing on torpedo bombers or dive bombers, whichever one has full squadrons. You know, preferably torpedo bombers, but dive bombers will do. I'm hoping their Kaiser just burns out. That would be fantastic. And Phoenix is saving my ass. Understatement of the century. Goodbye, Kaiser. So that's good. We did not waste any time, and we set him on fire. So, what am I doing? I'm going into the little autopilot mode, trying to back up because, well, this Kaiser's about to round the corner, and he could absolutely, he's going to absolutely wreck me. He's going to kill my friend, and then he's going to kill me. This is the end. I have a few 5-inch guns, and man, one of those Phoenix torps hit the island. That's highly unfortunate. He does get hit by 2 of them. He does take him out, and I miss. That is not a time to miss. So, here we go. Red leader, this is gold leader, going in on our attack run. So yeah, a lot of Star Wars Death Star trench run references when playing carriers. A lot of Top Gun references. But yeah, this is not good. So we set them on fire. We are getting shot. And I'm like, torpedo, dive bombers? Again? Well, luckily, he got set on fire. And boom, man. We are lucky. So that's going to be all she wrote. I'm kind of plotting a course to go find their Hosho, and you'll see what I do here. I am going to land. I'm going to abandon the dive bombers and bring up the rocket planes. They're not going to do that much damage to the Hosho, even if we do get there. But I mean, there's only a minute and a half left. But you know, we're trading these in for speed, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Good work, team. And man, oh man, just enjoy the scenery, guys. Like, look at. Okay, hold up. Nope. I want to. What would be a good? Ooh, screenshot for. No, come on, get like, yeah, there we go. Good old screenshots for. Okay, so that's me complimenting the Phoenix. but get some screenshots for live stream thumbnails. So yeah, I'm very, very thrown off that there are no, like the aiming reticles do not show up whenever you were doing replays. I really wish Wargaming did some more stuff with the replays, but I say that every episode, so let's not hark on that. And I see the Hosho, and kill him. Yes, kill him. Maybe. I don't know. You have to see him first, but also there's like 30 seconds left, which I don't realize. I've just been caught up in so much excitement. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I think we have like 5 minutes left in the game, but clearly not. Clearly we're right up on the end of the game. We're coming to that point. And 10 seconds. And good game, everybody. So that is how you low tier carrier. Obviously, so part of why did I do a lot of damage? Part of why I did a lot of damage was I was trying to cover my ass and save us from losing the base. But, I mean, you can't say we weren't important. We definitely helped the comeback there. So, 76,000 damage. We got 7 torpedo hits, 16 bomb hits, and 36 rocket hits. Even our secondary batteries on the Langley, which I think we have like a total of 4 5-inch guns. So the 2 5-inch guns on the bow both are on the port side. Both got their licks in on that Kaiser. Looking at team play, we came in second, which I'll take it. I mean, I just like everyone else that are new to this new brand of carrier gameplay, and I'm pretty proud of this. And so looking at damage, man, the damage thing is just going to be completely different. So 61,000 from aircraft, 25,000 from the high explosive dive bombers, 20,000 from torpedoes, and 14,000 from rockets. Secondary batteries got 2 hits for 891 damage, crucial in taking out the Kaiser that was around in the corner to shellac us back to America. And fires, well, 14,000 damage from fires, and so it's the trade-off between HE and AP bombers. Obviously, you don't get to choose. It depends on what ship you're in. But the high explosive bombers, if you land those hits and set those fires, man, it's pretty good stuff. And I mean, looking at the damage breakdown, I'd probably put torpedoes over dive bombers, but we were using dive bombers so much at the end. But even rocket planes, which I'm like, about, we still, almost did as much damage as the others. I mean, 14,000, probably, it's about the breakdown I would expect from the 3 bomber types, considering we used all 3 roughly equally. Probably used rocket planes the least because they don't do as much, in my opinion. But there you see, we did a good bit. So that's the Langley. That's a new carrier gameplay, and that is me realizing I need to watch episode 4 again and get all those Death Star pilot speak things down. So Red 5 standing by. Yeah, all that good old stuff for the next replay. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and until the next one, this is Mikey der Panzernator signing out. See ya, nerds.